Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, grade 3. Good afternoon, Mr. Isaac, Miss Rochelle, Miss Antonia, Miss Maria, and everyone else here. Today we have a very special guest, Miss Antonia from Croatia, who will be giving us a story. And as you could tell from us testing the sharing screen, it will be about a certain animal, a very interesting one.
Using story to actually help us understand and be more proactive in this area of promoting global peace and harmony. And truly, this is something that we needed so much of it. Right now, when we see so many of the things that's happening around the world and so many people suffering because there's a lack of peace and harmony in the world. And I really hope for all of us to be able, through the story, to learn more about this and see how we can do our part, as young as we may be, to promote peace and harmony in the world.
I'm so happy to see that you are finally at school, and I hope that you will enjoy the story. This story was very popular when I was a little girl, and I hope that you will like the cartoon about this story. But first of all, I'd like to share with you a few information about the book. So this is a picture book called The Hedgehog Home, and author is one Bosnian writer. And this is a story about how we should appreciate our home and take care and protect our home, because our home is very important for us. And sometimes we have to protect the home and everything we have in our homes. Characters in the story are 5 animals. It's Mr. Hedgehog, the wolf, fox, bear, and wild pig. And now I'd like just to play with you a very simple memory. Here is the fox. It's very famous animal in Croatia. Oh, maybe you remember where is the bear?
4.
Yes.
Yay.
Great. And we have the last animal. Wolf.
Wolf.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear.
So enjoy.
Through old tangled paths to the forest edge, proudly wanders mighty Hedgehog Hedge. The hawk respects him. The wolf stays away. The snake dreams of him all night and day. Hedgehog is fearless, everyone knows. Brave and invincible, the story goes.
Okay, my dear kids, now I'm glad to invite you to think about the story and imagine your favorite place where you can feel free and peaceful, and also imagine that you are a fox. And what have you learned if you are a fox? So we know what happened to wolf, to bear, to wild pig, but we don't know what is happened with Miss Fox. She learned something from the Miss Hedgehog. So I hope that you will send me your impressions and that you will maybe draw something and try to find out what was the continue of the story with Miss Fox. What did she learn from the Mr. Hedgehog? Now maybe somebody from your teachers would like to share impressions of this story. How did you like it?
And I learned something from the story. I learned to not make fun of everybody.
Wow. Thank you for sharing, Almira.
You're welcome. Who else would like to share?
Someone raising their hand.
Start. I really like the story. I learned that I should protect my home, be nice, and never do anything bad. Can you hear?
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Yes, we.
What else? Be nice, protect my home, and never do anything.
Okay, protect his home and not do anything bad.
Wow. Yes.
Thank you, Wei.
Thank you.
I like the story, but I feel kind of sad for the wild boar.
Okay, she's sad.
Wolf and the bear, but I think they deserved it because they made fun of Hedgehog's home.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee. Who else would like to share? Come here. What's your name again? Okay, look here.
I learned
Louder.
I learned not to mock other people's houses and be kind.
Be kind
And not to mock other people's houses.
okay, not to mock other people's houses.
And be appreciated for your own house.
I learned that the simplest things, even the most simplest things in life, are very important.
Girls, please listen to your friends here.
I learned something from the story that we should be grateful for our homes and not to bully someone's homes. Did the hedgehog like have a house?
For some animals, it looks that he has very poor house, but he had the feeling in this house that is a palace because he feel free there and peaceful. So it's important for us to have favorite place where we feel peaceful, even we live somewhere where is many people and a lot of noisy. We can have this feeling that we are at home if we have the peace in our mind, in our heart. So it's important to have the place like this. It doesn't matter, is it a box or, just a very simple room. We need the places like this. Like, for example, in library. Yeah. We will discuss again about this.
Thank
Thank you for the question.
Last
And
two.
what do you think about the Miss Fox?
Okay. What do you think of the fox? Who wants to answer that? After Caleb, you can say your thoughts, okay?
Are they still friends, Mr. Hedgehog and Miss Fox? What do you think?
Do you think Miss Fox and Hedgehog are still friends? You think they're still friends?
I think so. I still think that the hedgehog and the fox are still friends.
Why?
Because they were still friends before.
Yes. And did you notice that Miss Fox realized something that didn't know? She was looking for answer. Why is home so precious? And she finally realized why Mr. Hedgehog appreciates his home very much. And probably they stay friends if she really appreciate his values, right? Maxine, I'm sure that you are right, that they are still friends.
Okay, can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Another
Thank
one.
you.
Darren has a question.
So, is there a part 2?
Yes. No, unfortunately, no. But we can imagine different end of the story.
Miss Antonia, can I say something about the question of one of our students? Maybe this is the time that you will have to draw and tell a story. What would you like to happen next? Because there is such a big question in the first story. Would you like to continue it by yourself? Maybe if you can do that in your classroom and share it, that will be a way for us to develop our critical thinking, our wild imagination in terms of drawing, in terms of organizing your thoughts, and even in terms of coloring. And then later on, we can share those, the ending of the story that you're sharing with us to any other student, and they would be very glad to hear, how did you conclude your own story? See, would you like to do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And that is what we call in reading, jazz up a tale. Come up with your own story. Come up with your wild imagination on how you conclude the story. It can be a sad ending. It can be a happy ending. But I know, guys, you would always love to have a good ending. So looking forward for the ending of the second part of the story that Miss Antonia shared with us.
Wow. So they have to use their creativity and come up with their own ending.
Right.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank
Do you think, Miss Zaida and your team, will that be possible to have a continuation of what Miss Antonia started?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Miss Maria, we
Wow.
will do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. And we will be posting this in the European, Miss Antonia,
Yes.
is it possible to post it in Vimeo or something? You're right. And we can
Yes.
post and share it with the other students. Thank you, Miss.
Of
Okay,
course.
sorry.
Go ahead.
We have one last question.
Okay.
So, okay, Kaylee, go ahead.
There's a question. The question is like in the story, why is everyone saying in rhyme?
Why is everyone saying in
Rhyme.
rhymes? Rhyming words, you mean?
Wow.
Very good
It's like,
observation. Very
you
good
know,
observation.
it sounds like there's rhyming words.
Wow, you noticed that? Okay.
Nice.
And you notice a very, very good observation, very, very observant. And that is what we really want to see and observe from our students. Now, why do you notice that there is a rhyming words towards the end? One way for the author and the storyteller to ensure that you students, you readers or listeners would be able to know the story well, to understand the story well, is to rhyming. They rhyme and then you keep on repeating those things. It has the same sound. And then consciously or subconsciously, you will be able to remember all the thoughts and content of the story. I noticed, Dr. Michelle, that all the students are very, very the contributions and the
Yes.
interaction is there until the last moment. So that's
Wow.
one way. You see, you ended up by saying it rhymes, but through rhyming, you're able to understand and follow through the sequence of the story. Thank you very much.